going to kick Sephiroth's ass. Archfiends of Chaos. What's up, my Archfiends of Chaos? This is your King of the Night, Vince of EX Turk. And I needed to get off the PS4 earlier because my team and comrades is making me really toxic. And I don't want to be a toxic person. I want to keep my community clean. So before I say some stuff and get put online for saying bad stuff, I had to quit comrades. So what I'm going to be doing is making this pre-made video for Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus. At least one of the very first multiplayer games that was not a multiplayer game. That doesn't make sense, pretty much. But, you know, we already know Final Fantasy XI is actually the first MMO produced by Square Enix. Back when PlayStation 2 had the online servers. Now, with all of that stuff, there was actually a second game. And this was the reason why this is not known in the West is because the Dirge of Cerberus Online was only on the PS2. Was only on the only on the PS2 in the import version that's been released in the import version where you get to play the team spheres and learn the history behind the spheres or the enemies of Dirge of Cerberus. You play as player Sviet, and you have to go up the ranks to earn your place as a Sviet. Spoiler alert, your Sviet dies, but it has the 4 main Sviet you encounter in the actual story game. Not to mention this was online, so you get to fight Vice with friends and your buddies as they played player Sviets too. Now, there was no customization because this is a PS2 online, so there was no possibility. There's actually no possibility for customization and stuff like that. I mean, there was, but it wouldn't be very much. But they wanted to focus more on the gameplay and stuff like that. So I guess they didn't want to spend extra time making special Sviet suits, you know. But anyways, you also learn about the Sviets, the Shinra Army, Professor Grimoire Valentine, everything Dirge of Cerberus, and everything Final Fantasy VII original in this thing. Just like you did in Comrades in 15, where you learn more about the lore from Final Fantasy 15. What I like about MMOs is that you can explore the lore with all your buddies. And you got to explore more Final Fantasy VII lore, not just Dirge of Cerberus, but more Final Fantasy VII lore when you played Team Spheres online. Not to mention, this was kind of revolutionary, but Dirge of Cerberus Online was only a short game. Like, it didn't go very far. And understandably, it wouldn't be because it was only an import only. And, you know, with all the bad reviews on Dirge of Cerberus, even though I love the game and I find no faulty in the game, and that's just personally me, a lot more people found faulty at Dirge of Cerberus, so Dirge of Cerberus, not only we didn't get a sequel, but, you know, or the lost episodes inside the game were special edition, and was only kept for standard edition and greatest hits edition, you know, we didn't get Dirge of Cerberus Online in the West. Now, granted, US have came out with Xbox 360 a couple of years later. After all, Dirge of Cerberus is 2006 in the West, and 2005 in the East. So, you know, we didn't get and online made a big deal in Japan, a lot more than it did here. But also the fact that we had started getting Xbox 360s in 2006, so pretty much PS2 would have to upgrade their online system in order to actually compete with Xbox 360 at this time. And as much as I love PlayStation 2, as much as I love everything about Sony, I gotta admit, and I gotta say that it's true that Sony back in the day couldn't keep up with the online. could not keep up with servers and stuff like that. Couldn't keep online with, you know. I didn't know if you had to pay for the online servers either, because I never actually, I'll be honest, I was one of the kids that never actually got to experience playing online on the PS2. I never got to experience what it's like to, what it was like to actually play on the PlayStation 2 online, because I never knew it existed. And that's because Xbox 360 made it irrelevant. So, it's not like it is with PS4, where PS4 gets the best internet servers ever. Well, it's actually tied to PC. But nonetheless, it was only a game meant to be left in the dust. If anything now, the only reason why people would play Dirge of Cerberus online, not to be online, but to learn about the Spheres and to learn about Shinra organization and what they're truly, and what Shinra was truly about. Not to mention the main character, Vincent Valentine. We got to learn that Vincent Valentine's father, Professor Grimoire, played a hand in this fucked activity that is the Shinra Corporation. We got to learn a lot more about what happened, and Hojo used the same kind of experiment tactics Professor Grimoire did. How Professor Grimoire created the Spheres is what Hojo used to impregnate Lucretia and birth Sephiroth. So, in some ways, this is why Vincent Valentine's story is darker, because even his dad was actually a villain. He wasn't as good of a saint as you think he is. Even though, we'll be honest, I personally like Grimoire Valentine, especially for the fact that, he started renouncing everything he did later on, but Professor Grimoire was actually at fault for some of the things as well, and you got to know that by playing it. Now, people only watch the gameplay. Now, I don't know if PS4 is going to get Dirge of Cerberus, but if they do the online thing, if they'll either turn to a complete MMO, like they did with 15, or they'll let people play online like the regular game, but with the regular story that was in there in the first place. That'd be cool, and then in the future, maybe they could put customization just like the 15 one, except you could only wear the bad guys' outfits. But maybe, I don't know, a Vincent Valentine style deep ground outfit where it's just a blue trench coat but looks kind of different than Vincent instead of Nero's straight jacket. But that's besides the point. Dirge of Cerberus online was just a lost game, and it'd be nice for you guys to check out and do more research. But that's pretty much my analysis on Dirge of Cerberus online. So may the crystal be with you. Like and subscribe, and go check out YouTube videos about Dirge of Cerberus online, interviews, and everything else.